We have a 98% success rate of making clients break even the day that they turn on their open signs.
So one thing that we kind of glossed over at the very beginning of this is how many locations have you sold?
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Zor Zoom interview. Today we have Candace with Pilates Addiction, and you're going to want to listen because we just learned that they are about to drop their initial investment, $120,000.
Don't hear that every day.
Don't hear that ever. With over 200 locations in about 6.5 months, Candace, give us the thing. Talk to us about Pilates Addiction.
Yeah, guys, thank you for letting me on. I always feel so honored when I get to get onto the Lucas's podcast. It's fun. So Pilates Addiction, guys, I absolutely love this brand. And I love it for a couple of reasons. One, everybody knows Pilates, right? And you could go to Pilates A, Pilates B, they're all semi the same. It's slow movements, deep breathing, right? And it's a really good workout. But what we're finding is that clients have to have multiple memberships because they don't get that cardio into their workout. So they go to Pilates and then they'll go to Orange Theory or the gym or go swimming or go running. And they have to spend extra time, but most importantly, extra dollars for multiple memberships. So Pilates Addiction, we said no more to that. We have our own patented and proprietary machine. This machine allows you to go from a kick jump to a lunge to the bar in seconds, which means that you are no longer stopping and going and stopping and going. So it's keeping it much more high intensity, high heart rate, high impact. And again, this is patented and proprietary. So all the other Pilates studios, they can't go out there and do that. This is something that is very, very unique to Pilates Addiction. That's number one as to why I love this brand. But the other reason is the experience. The team over here has opened up over 13,000 fitness studios. They owned Club Pilates, Pure Barre, CycleBar, UFC Boxing, LA Boxing, Stretch Lab Studios, Yoga 6. So they really know what they're doing, and they're wanting to make sure that they help their franchisees be successful. When we look at Pilates Addiction, the CEO was Club Pilates CEO, and now she's over here. So it's not like we're training franchisees while we're training our in-house team. They know what they're doing. They have the standards in place, and they know how to execute it to make sure that those franchisees are successful.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, first of all, the workout sounds very intimidating to me, but to other people who do this on a regular basis, I know that they love it just based on our feedback. So that's exciting. What kind of space are we looking at?
Yeah. One of the things that they did when we created Sequel Brands to do the second version is we said, how can we make this different? And one of the things that we did is we shrunk the size. We realized having a 2,000 square foot studio with a lot of dead space wasn't in the most benefit for the franchisee in regards to how much money they were having paid for rent, right? So 1,500 square feet is what we are looking at. That's going to be 12 reformers. We want this more of a relationship driven. I joke with my clients and say, when you walk into Chick-fil-A, how you always feel like you get the best customer service? We are the Pilates version of Chick-fil-A. We don't want it to be quantity. We want it to be quality. So we do smaller classes where we can really focus on making sure that those clients are doing the right movements at the right speed, at the right tension. So smaller classes, more of a boutique-y type feel.
What is the hours of operation for a location? How many classes?
Yeah. I mean, as the business scales, your hours are going to scale, right? But at first, you're going to be opened prime hours. So you're going to be open 6, 7, 8, 9 in the morning. And then you're going to probably be open 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? But as your classes get full, you're going to kind of add another class to the point that you are pretty much operating throughout the day. Okay. Saturday and Sundays, let's be real. We don't want to go and work out at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? So the studios are going to be closed, right? They're going to probably be open from like 6 to 3, 6 to 2, just depending on the market.
How many employees do you need?
Yes, we are under 10, which is great, right? No reasons to have to pay those extra fees and get penalized if you're not offering health insurance. We are going to have about 4 to 6 instructors. Those 4 to 6 instructors, they're going to be part-time. And the best thing that I love about this is they are getting paid to do their hobby. This is not somebody that's going to call in sick or not show up. They love what they do. They have passion for it. And so that you're not going to have a lot of issues in regards to employees. You're also going to have a manager. That manager is going to run the day-to-day responsibilities. We also highly encourage that they go out and do a lot of marketing. Go to the bridal expos, go to farmers markets, go to happy hour realtor events, right? Get into the community, build that relationship. And then you're going to have 1 to 2 front of the house people. That is not a, front desk receptionist. That is somebody that really understands how to close a client. Somebody's going to walk in as a one-time customer, and we want to transition them over into a subscription-based customer. One of the things that's great about Sequel is we do turnkey to open. So with Pilates Addiction, we're going to help them find their location, do lease negotiations, architectural plans, permits, oversee the construction, do all of the marketing for them digitally, which is how they get 90% of their leads. Wow. And we have a 98% success rate of making clients break even the day that they turn on their open signs, right? But we also help in hiring their staff and training their staff. So they don't need to necessarily be worried about finding the right people. Most people don't know who to look for a Pilates studio. And that's why we step in and help.
So one thing that we kind of glossed over at the very beginning of this is how many locations have you sold?
Yeah, we're shy of just like right under 200. We actually have a discovery day going on today, I think for another 30 territories. We have another discovery day in 2 weeks for about another 30 territories. And we're scaling. Exponential Fitness was our prior brand. And when we opened up Sequel brands for Pilates Addiction, 75 of the key members came over here. So real estate, marketing, CEOs, retail instructors. We are comfortable opening up 500 studios a year. That was what we were doing our last year when we were over at Exponential.
It is a large number.
Yeah. I believe so. I'm tired.
Well, every time we go to look for a location, it's pending or, about to be signed. So we have to really stay on top of it. So on that note, if you are interested, definitely text Matt about
text 270-215-2844. We'll get with Candace and make sure your market is available and talk through some next steps.
What about investment?
Yeah. So like you said at the very beginning, our item 7 has dropped, and it's dropped about $120,000. That's going to be live at the end of this month. All in, depending on what this location needs, right? There's a difference in if it's a first generation or a second generation. Our goal is to get you into a second generation for 2 reasons. 1, it doesn't cost you as much, and 2, you get open faster, right? So in that range, you're going to be looking anywhere between about 320 to like 8 of 10. I like to tell people the average, you're going to be probably around 550, 650 all in. The other thing that's really cool is we will actually finance your furniture, fixtures, and equipment. So your reformers, your lockers, your front desk, your retail center, your mirrors, your amazing lighting system, right? Which is going to allow you to do 2 things. 1, have a lower interest rate on that instead of putting it through SBA. But 2, don't have a prepayment penalty because we hope that you see how much money you're making and you pay that off early.
So I know you mentioned, 1,500 square feet. What are we looking for, like prime retail space? What is like, where are you wanting to locate? Is it strip centers?
Yeah. Think of where Amazing Lash Studio is, Orange Theory, blow dry bars, right? Target, not Walmart. That's our client. I always joke, but I say near a Chick-fil-A, but not in the or near a Chipotle, but not in the Chipotle parking lot because they never have parking. Right? That's our suites. Class A, definitely.
I mean, I'm just taking it all in. I'm covered in notes. What are we missing here? Territory size?
Yeah, so we define our territories by a minimum of 40,000 population. I will tell you, we do it by zip code based. So it is always over 40. I'm seeing it really like around like 80 to 130 when we go in there and really narrow it down. We want to really make sure that the age range is between about 18 to 55, because that is the people that are liking that more high intensity, high impact. I joke and say that we're like Vegas. You walk in, we have loud music, we have fun lights going on, we have aromatherapies being sprayed throughout the studio. The minute you walk in there, you're going to have a fun time, right? no disrespect, but more than likely a 80-year-old lady is not going to want Tupac jamming in the background, super loud, right? So that's why we really pay attention to that 18 to 55. But we welcome everybody. And then we also want to make sure that the average household income is above 100,000.
I guess what's the avatar of an owner? Who are you looking for?
Yeah, we want people that wants to work on the business, not in it. Okay. And we're actually like pretty gung-ho on that. If you wanted to buy a job, I keep bashing Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. We would tell you to open a Chick-fil-A though, right? We don't want you to buy a job. We want you to buy a business. So we want somebody that understands relationships, culture, standards, being the mascot in their community. That is huge. When you are out and about, I want people to say, oh, that's Pilates Studio, right? Pilates Addiction, that's her, as opposed to, oh, that's Sarah, right? That's what we want people to want to do. Strategic advisors, critical thinkers, and a really good Starbucks runner. Somebody that's going to go grab Starbucks for their employees, go in there, give them some high fives, empty the trash can, and then get the heck out of there. Let them run it.
So you said that's her. Are most of your owners females?
Most of them are husband and wife duos.
Okay.
But the husband's like, yeah, I don't really get Pilates, right? And the wife's more the one that's like, oh, I'm gonna do this on a day-to-day. I'm gonna be the one that's overseeing it. We have a couple of guys. We actually had a really fun conversation. A new franchisee that just signed on, he was a CrossFitter, right? He was like, oh, I'm a CrossFitter, 6'4", 280 pounds, big guy. And he was like, Pilates is sissy. And we were like, all right, come on, let's get you in here. And so he got on our Pilates machine. And when he was done with that 50-minute class, his shirt was drenched. And he was like, I cannot believe you women do this. Right. And we were like, told you. So we are changing the mindset. And that's actually one of the focuses of Pilates Addiction. Pilates was created for men in a prison. Right. And then us women, we went in there and put pastel colors. We put in classical music and started telling people to breathe slowly. And the guys were like, I'm out of here. So we're trying to make it more masculine again. You walk in, it's dark colors, it's gold. The machine is metal. All other machines are usually made out of wood, right? So a 6'4" guy that's 280 pounds, he's not afraid to get on that thing.
Gotcha.
We're really putting a lot of attention. We want those guys back in there. It's a great workout.
Do you know what a reformer is?
I do not. I have not ever done Pilates.
We're
going to have to get you out there. There's a new location opening up here soon in West Palm.
Uh-oh. There you go. Okay. Well,
stay tuned for a video of that.
Otherwise, I'm super excited about this brand. We've got a ton of candidates going through the process with Candace, getting really great feedback.
Yeah.
So if you have interest, click below, text Matt.
Yep, text me at 270-215-2844, or as she said, click the link below.
And I guess that's it. Candace will just continue to send you more great candidates.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. And I look forward to working with your clients soon.
Talk to you.